We are back, episode 5. Hopefully everybody did all right in the last one. So that was it was Kona Peach Day, right?
It was the Cascade. They didn't have Kona Peach Day for Hold My Bag. For SkipAce they did, but for this first party here, they did not have Kona Peach Day. Just Cascade. I can go over some of the old scoring.
Please do, because I actually didn't look, and I'm curious if I'm redeeming myself at
So
all.
on the free, Barella Bombs taking the win, the $100 gift card. As far as the OTB, I was the best. Danny's still not on here, but I was the best at 828, and Scriglor 2,233. Not the worst. Aaron was the worst this week out of us.
I was at it's loading right now, but yeah, I got to join our league. I was at not good, 2233.
Yeah, that's what he was at. You tied with Sam then. You guys must have had the same lineup. Dude. Yeah. Which again, separation at the top, which is still surprising to me. I'm surprised there's not a little bit more overlap as far as scoring goes, but
same
kinda. Yeah. And they had the paid entry in for $10 as well. Shout out to what's his name?
Ooh, winning a cool 1,000.
Yeah, Sam G 1523 winning $1,000. The top 25 people win money, so get on there. I won my money back, got $10 back, so that was pretty fun.
What are you guys drinking?
There was a Roostaller beer, and it's a red ale that was in the fridge, and I stole it.
I got some tournament beers. Some is it Hair of the Fox, like 3 or 6 or 7, or is it's 4?
Yeah,
4. Yep.
I'm
enjoying that. Yeah, good beer still.
Nice. All right, so moving into the Northwest Disc Golf Championships, formerly known as the Portland Open, Beaver State Fling.
Excited.
A little different setup here this week. It's still 5 players. This first grouping, though, is only the top 4 players: Gannon Burr, Richard Wysocki, Anthony Barella, and Isaac Robinson. Interesting. There have been like probably 6 to 8 in the past. Now only 4 to pick from.
I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I'm here for it.
Yeah. I just think there's not a lot of difference in what's being picked there. So that's an adjustment that he's maybe made. I bet you Gannon Burr gets picked 50% of the time. And maybe these guys all have like maybe over a 20% pick rate or something like that.
Yeah, that's a fair thought.
I did go with Gannon Burr this week. He did win this event last year.
Yeah.
Which I can go over.
He won both.
So you got Gannon Burr, Ezra Robinson, Ricky Wysocki, Gavin Rothman, Calvin Heimberg, Kyle Klein, Nicholas Antela, Gavin Babcock, Luke Taylor, Casey White, Luke Humphreys, to round up like the top 10 there at last year's Beaver State Fling.
Yep.
But yeah, I went with Gannon, just best in the world. Won here last year. You can make a case for maybe Barella or Ricky or Isaac, I guess. But
I feel like he won a lot of places last year, and he's not winning now. And no shade, 0 shade. He's so good. But I went Isaac because it is a Pro Tour Plus, and he just wins big tournaments. And so that was kind of my reasoning.
I know exactly why Jared made that noise.
It's a big tournament.
Not a major, though.
It's 4 rounds.
Not a major.
Apparently, it doesn't mean as much as a major.
It doesn't. That's a different conversation.
It doesn't. You agree with that? Yeah, that's the drop. We disagree on.
I don't get the difference between elite plus and then the major. Like, there's not enough separation there. If you're gonna play 4 rounds, why is it any different than a major? If you're only gonna play, I don't know. If you're gonna play 2 courses and make it 4 days, like, it's just as important. I don't know. They all show up to want to win.
It's just not, though. But yeah, I agree to disagree there. I agree that there's not enough distinction between elite and elite plus, though.
Yeah.
My question is this: is the best players in the world in both divisions playing it? No.
Not this week. Yeah,
no. But did they miss the major?
No.
Of Champions Cup on the West Coast.
Majors.
That's
because it means something.
That's the difference.
It means something more. But yeah, so Sam going Isaac. I like the call. I've got to go Gannon, though. I mean, if you're looking at both Beaver State Fling and Portland Open last year, because these are the courses they're doing, Glendoveer, and Milo. He won both. Like to me, it's just I don't know, number one player in the world. He plays well at both of these places. Simple enough.
Yep. All right, moving into tier 2, you got Calvin Heimberg slipping down, Ezra Robinson, Paul Macbeth, Kyle Klein, Simon Lizotte, Adam Hammis, and James Proctor. Still a small group as well. Definitely like Calvin, Paul, Ezra, and Simon maybe all dropped from tier 1. I went with Ezra Robinson, who took second at this event last year and has been playing pretty well and has just like a high floor and can win the event.
Yeah.
I like
me out of it, please.
I like Simon for this one. I mean, he was on the cusp last week, and I feel like he plays well in the Northwest.
Yeah,
he has traditionally. He's won there, and so I think he's going to continue that momentum.
All right.
I went Ezra Robinson as well. I feel like he's playing pretty well right now, and he played well at these courses last year, taking second at Beaver State. I was down at 16th for Portland, but just give him the extra nod for shooting as well as he is currently.
Yep. Sweet. All right, we got a team rounding out here. Third tier. A lot more to choose from. Joey Buckets, Andrew Marweed, Eagle McMahon, Andrew Presnell, Aaron Gossage, Gavin Rathbun, Cole Redolin, Austin Turner, Luke Taylor, Bradley Williams, and Ezra Aderhold. Who'd you guys go with here? Start you guys off.
Yeah, I'll start this one off. I'm going Eagle, another guy who plays great in Oregon. I think he was top 10 on both of these spots. 12th at Milo last year, I guess, but 10th at Portland, and no, I just feel like he's rounding back into shape and has thrown down some really good rounds. It was a tough call. Like, we've been riding the Marweed train for a while, and he played well, at least at Portland. Let me do a quick search for him on the other. So he was 46th last year at Milo. Not the best effort, but Eagle. It was Eagle all day for me.
Yeah, I also went Eagle. I was kind of juggling Eagle, Ezra, and Cole, just because kind of home state feel. But I ended up settling on Eagle as well, and it might have been a little bit because I chose Simon. In the other one, and I'm like, Crush Boys.
Yeah. I do like the Eagle call. I went with Cole just because it's the hometown, and I know he plays at least well in the area, or feels as comfortable as he can. I do like Eagle though, so we're gonna go with Eagle here. But I have Cole for myself.
I was really, really close on Cole too, especially like second last year at Portland. He always seems to do well at Glendoveer, and like even Luke Taylor was kind of in the mix. Not someone that we've picked yet this year that I'm aware of. Maybe we got one in early for him, and even like Gossage has played pretty well at these spots too. But Luke, like 9th at Milo and 10th at Glendoveer. That's good showings. He was playing really well last year. I don't know that we've seen what we need to this year so far to pick him, but this was a tough tier.
Yeah, it was. It gets a lot harder. I know tier 5, I was really struggling to pick a name. So tier 4 here, we got Mason Ford, Corey Ellis, Casey White, Sullivan Tipton, Benjamin Calloway, Paul Kranz, Emerson Keith, Robert Burge, Alden Harris, Jake Mon, Jake Hebenheimer, Luke Humphreys, Parker Welk, and Zachary Nash. I messed around with Zach Nash a little bit. I don't hate that call, but I did end up going with Casey White just as a high floor kind of guy. He might not win, but he's been placing that top 15, top 20 really consistently, and I think he can do it again.
Yeah, a solid play. Who you got, Sam?
I went with Jake Mon. I'm going to jump back on that train. I think he started off super hot this season. I don't even know if he dipped that much, but I think he's a solid player and is seemingly always in the mix for the hot round of one of the days of the weekend. And there's 4 of them this time. So I think he'll get up that leaderboard a little bit, at least with 4 rounds.
Nice. We're going to have 3 different people because I went with Corey Ellis. Just feels like he's been played well at these events last year too. I don't know. Seemed to me, this one almost seemed easy. There are some good choices. Yeah. I think I picked Casey either last week or a couple weeks ago for the last Hold My Bag lineup, and I don't think he did me wrong or anything.
Yeah.
But this one sort of felt easy to me. Again with Corey. Let's toss it to Kyle. Pick one of those 3. Who you rocking?
Corey. Let's go.
Kyle picked Corey.
I liked that tier a lot because I felt like you say it was easy, but I looked at them and I'm like, man, I feel like almost each and every one of them have had a top 10 or close to it. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Definitely not easy, but sometimes it just a name stands out above the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I give credence to that tier. Just even you go to that far down in our Pro Tour lineup, and they're still ballers. I love it.
Yeah.
So Corey Ellis it is. So Burr, Ezra Robinson, Eagle, and Corey Ellis right now. And tier 5, this one was the hardest for me. Tons of names here. Lundquist, Arlinghouse, Garber, Gill, Kevin Jones, Schultz, LeCastro, Rock, Love, Bell, Girthy, Harry Chase, Miranda, Albert Tom, Brandon Lotta, Chris Clemens, Scott Withers, Nathan Sexton, and Conor O'Reilly to round that out. This one, there was a lot of names, like even Sexton. I'm like, yeah, he plays really well there. Garrett Girthy shreds in Portland and just Oregon in general. We've been picking Kevin Jones for a little while. I don't even really know if I love my choice. Would you go with, Sam?
I could be easily swayed. I did see Nate Sexton and laughed to myself. I'm like, he's back-to-back dubs now. Like, he's hot right now.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out Sexton.
Yeah.
But, man, I looked up and down this board, and I went with homeboy Andy Miranda. He just did a in the bag with Aaron. Aaron said he's feeling confident with his bag, and I like that, so I went with it. He did well during Champions Cup, and I think, again, just underrated possibly.
Yeah, that was his first event, really, of the year, so.
Very first of the Pro Tour, anyway.
Yeah. Who you got?
I don't hate that. I went with Ty Love. I liked the local call. Same reason why I almost went with Cole. I feel like they play well when they're there. The tier 5's tough. It's a little bit of a dart throw, and no offense to Ty, I won't be surprised to see him have a week where he's down the leaderboard, but I also won't be surprised at all if homie's sneaking into the top 10 and even like on a lead card. Anybody can take it down any given week. I don't expect him to win. There's a reason he's in this tier, but I think he can put up some really, really good stats this week and get us some points.
I kind of threw a random in there. I went with Brandon Lotta.
Nice. I did think about him.
He played well last year, getting in the double digits down under par at the Beaver State Fling. He's got a good game, good style for these courses. I thought it was a good choice. So we got 3 different names here. Kyle, we're going to need your help again.
I think I'm going with Andrew.
Andrew Miranda. All right. Yeah, Kyle has a big fan for him as they came in the amateur divisions together here in California. So riding the hometown hero.
This is true.
All right, cheers. So we got Gannon, we got Ezra Robinson, we got Eagle McMahon, and then we went Corey and Andrew Miranda. Yeah.
Yep. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe to our YouTube. If you're enjoying these Hold My Bags, let us know. Have you gotten into the paid one yet? Are you just sticking with the free? Right now, there are a possibility of 1,500 entries to the pro, but only last week, I think there was only 225. Like you had like over a 50% chance to at least make some money back. Like, I feel like it's a pretty free bet right now, but that's on you guys. It's been pretty fun so far for us, so we're enjoying it. But that's our team for this week for the Northwest Disc Golf Championship as we move into the SkipAce part of our show. Standings so far in the SkipAce, your boy right here is in the top 10. Aaron's slipping out of the top 10 into the 14th. Sam's 20th, and Danny is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I think I'm in the 40s. Not my year. Last year top the shop, this year bottom.
Yeah, this one's kind of weird though. Everything still feels really close. Like I'm in 10th, but I'm only like 400 or 500 out of first or so. Even Sam's within 1,000 of first place, so it's all really catchable from here on out.
Just need a few good weeks in a row.
So as far as picks go, again, it goes by the rating points. We've been starting with the ladies or just throwing out a real name out there that we like. Paige has been playing well. I know she didn't really finish that great at the last tournament, but she's been playing well. I think even with some injury questions, she's comfortable throwing the disc. And she plays well in Portland, and she's had wins there before. So that's who I'm starting with is Paige in my lineup. And I think it grabs some more points as far as I had Missy in there, and I kind of worked my way down to Paige to grab some more ratings points for the men's side.
Yeah, I've got her in my lineup as well.
Same. Hard not to.
Easy then.
So
that's
such a high ceiling.
So that one was easy to go with. As far as the men's, I tried not to go super top heavy. I did go Ezra Robinson with his second place finish last year. And then Cole Redolin. Again, for some reason I like that local poll.
I love that call.
So 1043 and 1030. What about you guys?
Yeah.
My top two MPO, I went Simon Lizotte again. History, plays well there, big arm. And then kind of surprisingly, it just happened to work out with some of my other picks that I had the right amount of points to have Nate Sexton. And I know it's safe to hedge your bets. I haven't necessarily proven my track record on my theories, but I did go with him because of that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I ended up honestly kind of similar. I usually don't have that similar of lineups, I feel like, between my Hold My Bag and SkipAce lineups. But I've got Paige in there, as we talked about. I threw in Madison there just because I feel like she's playing above her rating right now. Pacific Northwest treats her well. And then I went with Eagle, Corey, Ty Love. And then my wild card in the MPO side is Dallas Garber at 1,022 rated. Just got second place at the Go Throw at Kayak Point. Okay. So like playing well, just beat some of the best players in the world. It just was a name that stuck out as I was trying to round out my lineup.
All right. It looks like we have a bunch of different names here for sure.
Yeah, let's start to fill it out. So we've got Paige locked in there.
Yeah, Paige locked in for sure. You went Madison. My other lady was Emily Weatherman, who's played well here before.
I always love that pick.
Yeah, I haven't really seen her play that well this season, but I feel like on courses like this and the vibes, I think she's gonna turn it around this week. But I don't hate the Madison call either.
I spent a few more points and went Rebecca Cox. I have felt like she's due for a win at some point this season. I just think she has that in her, especially.
Yeah, she's played well here too.
Especially because
I like the Rebecca Cox play. Honestly,
she's nipped at the
let's we can rock with that. Let's rock with the Rebecca Cox.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's like top 7 at both events.
Wasn't cheap, but I mean,
no, but she's good, man.
Yeah, she's. I mean, winning a Pro Tour event must be so fucking hard, like mentally.
Bro, yeah.
She's come close.
Yeah.
Final rounds have not been her best friend, but like she'll inevitably break through, I think.
All right, so let's lock in Paige and Rebecca.
Yeah, let's lock in Cole too. I think that's a good call. And we didn't have him in the Hold My Bag. It feels like he's easily earned a spot in our lineups.
I think I'm cool with the Eagle as well. I'm actually grabbing 10 points there from the Ezra Robinson that I had.
Okay. Yeah. And
so
then I'm curious we got 2 players left, and how many points? I'm kind of guessing we're gonna like 2040, somewhere in there. Hopefully a little more.
2029.
Yeah, so we're shopping a little bit lower. If we want to find like a bit of a bargain buy, I know we've been on that Connor O'Reilly train for a while. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I had Zach Nash in there.
2007.
Obviously at 1022 at Zach Nash, and then which left me with 1,007 points. And then you got Connor O'Reilly, Dustin Keegan, Colton Montgomery again. Colton actually came through for me, I felt like, last week when I picked him over Connor.
Okay, nice.
I don't hate rolling with him again. And if we wanted to have like a kind of a long shot throw, Daniel Pfaff, plays way better than that. I feel like the 999 is, you're going to get that extra 10 points from shooting above his rating from that too, if you wanted to have a dart throw.
He was 99th at Beaver State last year, but he was 31st at Glendoveer. Yeah. And then Colton was 16th at Glendoveer and 50th at
so they're
Beaver
close.
State.
Yeah,
I'll look up Connor just while we're here too. 67th at Beaver. So Connor Rock, dude, was actually decently up high on both. As I'm searching Connor, Riley had hit Connor Rock first, 20th at Beaver and 19th. So top 20.
And that came right after his win at Las Vegas last year, I believe, as well. So he was hot at that time.
He was hot at the time, yeah.
But how do we feel? I have Zach Nash as our third guy, but like that was just my pick. What do you guys like around that area? Connor Rock, you throw out. There's some names though.
Well, even that, I still like the Dallas Garber play. You know, he's in my lineup. I'm willing to fight for that as a 10-22
as well.
As Zach Nash, yeah. I'm good with. I like the Garber or Zach Nash play, and then throw in Colton. I feel like our boys earned it.
Colton, yeah, I like Colton. I like the Colton play.
I like
too.
the Colton play.
Okay, so Sam's gonna be our deal breaker here. Zach Nash, Garber, or if you feel like fighting for somebody else in that
even the Connor Rock dude, also area. 10-22, all three of them.
Yeah,
but we have all the way up to 1024. You got Nico, Matt Bell, Hebenheimer, Harris, Kevin Jones, Girthy, Chase, Connor Rock, Nash, Garber, Albert Tom, Ryan Mon.
It's a lot of good
names. Clemens, Miranda, we've talked about as well. Luke Humphreys, Arlinghouse. There's a lot of good players around this area.
If I'm gonna break a tie, I think I'll go Zach Nash.
Sweet. Yeah, I like that play. He played well here last year, I believe, as well. Let me check again. Yeah, he got 12th, a 17 under par.
At the 98 or 78. That
okay, yes, yeah, man. A lot of these players would pick your poison as far as the course that they're playing goes, right?
Yep.
Sweet. So we'll go with Zach Nash. So that'll round it out. So we got Eagle, Cole Redolin, Zach Nash, and Colton Montgomery, and then Paige and Rebecca Cox on the FBO side. I really like this team. I'm excited to see how it pans out. So there you have it. This is our OTB Fantasy Disc Golf Podcast, episode number 5. I hope you guys are enjoying what we're bringing to you. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, and see you next time.
Cheers.